Hey everyone, welcome back to another video. So today I'm going to be doing the Mean Girls book tag, and this was created by Sarah Jane over at The Book Life. I'll leave a link to her video down below. So there's quite a bit of questions on here, so let's just dive right into it. So question number 1 is, it's pronounced like Cady. Which fictional character names did you get wrong? For this, I'm going to say just about every character in the Sign series by Jasmine Angel. The only character's name that I know for sure I pronounced it right is Vanessa, because that's my name. So that's the only one I'm 100% certain on. All the others, most of the others, I'm like, I don't know. There's some complicated names in this series. One of them is, I guess it's pronounced Atargatus, and I've been saying it in my head the whole time as like Artagatus or something like that. It's weird. And then Thaddeus, I've been saying it wrong the entire time. Still not quite sure how to say it. But yeah, pretty much most of the character names in that series. Question number 2. She doesn't even go here. Which character would you like to place in a fictional world from another book or series? For this, I'm going to say Umbridge from Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix. And I want to put her in the Hunger Games, but without her magic or wand or whatever, just her, and I would love to see the careers take her out first. So yeah. Question number 3. On Wednesdays we wear pink. Repetition, repetition. Which book gave you deja vu of another book whilst reading it? For this, I'm going to say the first 2 books in the Percy Jackson series, Percy Jackson and the Lightning Thief, and Percy Jackson and the Sea of Monsters. When I just read those like end of last year, beginning of this year, and when I read those books, I was like, this so reminds me of the first 2 Harry Potter books, Sorcerer's Stone and Chamber of Secrets. There are a lot of parallels, and when I was reading Sea of Monsters, I was like, okay, this sounds a lot like Chamber of Secrets, but instead of witches and wizards, it's gods and demigods. So, but it did, as you read more and more of the book and the series, it does begin to differentiate from the Harry Potter series, but the beginning really did feel, the first 2 books really did feel like the Harry Potter ones. So, but that's why I liked it. So, question number 4. You've all got to stop calling each other sluts and whores. It just makes it okay for guys to call you sluts and whores. Which book gave you the complete opposite of girl power feels? For this, I'm going to say Fallen Kingdoms by Morgan Rhodes. Mainly because the main character, Cleo, is she's pretty much the stereotypical damsel in distress, and that really annoyed me. And yeah, just complete opposite of girl power feels. But I think the author did that to set it up, so her transformation. I haven't read the other books, but I'm assuming that she's gonna have this transformation and become a much, much stronger character. At least I hope. Question number 5. You go, Glen Coco. Name a character you felt like you wanted to cheer on whilst reading. I'm going to say Evie from Poison Princess. the Arcana Chronicles in general. I love Evie, and right from the first book, I was cheering her on while she was figuring out her powers and learning how to use them and control them. I just really wanted to cheer her on, especially when she had to go up against the alchemist. I was a bit nervous for her at that point, but I was definitely cheering her on. Question number 6. Get in, loser, we're going shopping. How long do you typically spend at a bookshop? This depends on how big the store is and when the last time I was in it. If I was in it pretty recently, then I probably won't spend too much time in it. But if it's been a while and it's a big store, then I'll spend a couple hours. So this ranges anywhere from half hour to 3-4 hours. But if you give me the whole day to spend there, I will. So yeah. Question number 7. It's not my fault you're like in love with me or something. Which character would have to get a restraining order on you if they were real? For this, I'm going to say Traxxas from the Sign series. You first meet him in Prism by Jasmine Angel, and I just love Traxxas. It's one of my favorites. He's so laid back and chill, and definitely he would need a restraining order from me. So, question number 8. I can't help it that I'm popular. Which overhyped book were you cautious about reading? I'm going to go with The Fifth Wave by Rick Yancey, because this one, so The Fifth Wave is an alien book, which at the time, before I read it, I didn't really read any alien books, and I wasn't really sure if I was going to like an alien book. It's kind of like, I don't know about this. But everyone loves The Fifth Wave, and I finally read it last year. No, the year before, I think. I can't remember. But I finally read it, and I ended up loving it. And yeah, it's definitely worth the hype. Okay, question number 9. She's a life ruiner. She ruins people's lives. We all love Regina George. Name a villain you just love to hate. And for this, I'm going to say the Alchemist from the Poison Princess. Pretty much all the villains in the Arcana Chronicles you love to hate, because that series has some really good villains in them. But definitely the Alchemist. He is so creepy, and when I first read about him in the first book and what he did to his victims, I was like, this guy is nuts. But yeah, definitely a villain you love to hate. Number 10. I'm not a regular mom, I'm a cool mom. Your favorite fictional parents. Of course, obviously, this is gotta be the Weasleys. I don't think there are any fictional parents, better than the Weasleys, so gotta go with them. Number 11. That is so fetch. Which book or series would you love to catch on? For this, I'm gonna go with the Sign series again, because I really love this series. It's one of my favorite series, and it's a mermaid series, which I love mermaids. And so one of my favorite mermaid series, and I feel like no one, well, not no one, but like it is way under known. Like, not a lot of people know about the series at all. And I would love for it to catch on, because it is so great, especially the first book, Luminous. That one is like my favorite book in the series so far. So definitely check it out. If you get a chance, you can get it on, you can get the ebook on Amazon for like $2.99, I think. So definitely worth it. It's really good. Question number 12. How do I even begin to explain Regina George? Describe your ideal character to read about. So my ideal character, I think I would say, is sarcastic and funny. Someone who takes risk, but not stupid risk. Like in Fallen Kingdoms with Cleo, some of the risks she took, I was like, stop being an idiot. So not stupid risks, but, well thought out, like, someone who doesn't always not gonna play on the safe side, but doesn't jump into things without clearly thinking them through first. And someone who isn't afraid to stand up for what they believe in and what they want. So yeah, definitely that. And another thing that annoyed me about Cleo was how she kept waiting for someone else to save her rather than trying to save herself. So my ideal character would be one that, she can, she or he can save themselves and be able to come up with their own solution rather than waiting for someone else to save them. Okay. Question number 13. I just have a lot of feelings. What do you do when a book gives you a bad case of the feels? I don't know. Just feel them. I sometimes obsess about the book, depending on what it is. So I'll obsess and end up doing research online and finding out more about the book, about the author, how the idea for the book got started, and whatever I can find out about the book. Sometimes I get obsessive and do stuff like that. But for the most part, I don't know, nothing really, just feel them, I guess. Question number 14. Nice wig, Janice. What's it made out of? Your mom's chest hair? Which character's one-liners would you love to claim for your own? For this, I'm going to say Traxxas again from the Sign series. Traxxas is just so funny. He has the best comebacks and the best one-liners. So I would definitely be stealing his one-liners. And last but not least, question number 15. Boo, you whore. Name a time a character's decision made you roll your eyes. Again, I'm going with Fallen Kingdoms by Morgan Rose. Cleo's decisions. Pretty much everything she did in that book, I was rolling my eyes. I was like, gosh, think things through. I swear I don't think I've met a character who is more impulsive and jumps into things. It just annoyed me. So I rolled my eyes with a lot of the stuff she did. So, yeah. That was the Mean Girls book tag. So if you guys do this tag, leave a link down below in the comments. I would love to check it out. And yeah, that's it. I will see you guys next time with another video. Bye.